Hello, enthusiasts. Today we're looking at one of the top-tier Lenovo laptops in their yoga lineup. In typical manufacturer fashion, the name is a mouthful: Lenovo Yoga Pro 9i Gen 11 Aura Edition, 16IPH11. There are 10 T5 Torx head screws waiting to be undone before you can pry off the bottom panel. Start from one of the top edges and work your way around all sides, keeping in mind that the rear exhaust vents are attached directly to the plate. On the inside of the panel, I can spot thermal pads for the Wi-Fi card, the SSD, and some of the power inductors on the motherboard. A hefty 92.5 watt-hour battery powers this notebook. To swap it out, pull down the connector and undo the two captive screws on the top sides. The capacity is enough for a bit over 11 hours of 4K video playback. That's a respectable result. Your upgrade options include a 2280 Gen 4M .2 slot on the left and a shorter 2242 Gen 5 slot on the right. I kinda hinted at the RAM situation. The chips are soldered down. You can order this laptop with either 32 or 64 gigabytes of LPDDR5X, 7,467 memory. The Wi-Fi 7 card is also not user replaceable. Let's take a look at the cooling. It features two large fans, one long heat pipe shared between the CPU and the GPU, and one dedicated to each chip. The massive central section cools the VRM zones for both chips, the system RAM, and the GPU memory. This plate also houses a small dedicated heat pipe for the graphics VRAM, which I'll show you once we flip the assembly. Let's not forget the two heat sinks at the top. As always, let's remove the whole thermal assembly. First, pull up the fan connectors and undo the three screws on each fan housing. Move on to the four screws around the CPU and GPU clamps, followed by another six holding down the big plate. Carefully untangle the display and Wi-Fi 7 card cables routed around the housings. Just like on the 11th Gen Yoga Pro 7i, you can lift the main thermal assembly independently of the central metal plate. This gives you direct access to the CPU and GPU, meaning you don't have to tear down the entire cooling system just for a quick repaste. With everything out of the way, we get a clear view of the GPU, its memory, the CPU, and the soldered system RAM sitting right above them, with the VRM section resting underneath the silicon. You can also get a good look at that tiny heat pipe built into the metal plate on the GPU side. Check out our full review at techpowerup.com.